sum up last part, we were talking about how all these papal bulls were being given out left and right about if it was okay or not okay to enslave the natives. And currently I'm talking about these natives, the natives of the Canary Islands, also known as the Guanches. And they were the first of the islands to be enslaved. So slavery, again, did not depend on race. It was more of ideology, honestly. And it depended on who was Pope at the moment. Something extraordinary that I found researching, and I came across this through Dr. Emily, let me get her name right, Emily Burquest Soul of California State University in Long Beach. I thought it was so interesting, and I did not know this at all, that the indigenous slave trade really took off almost at the exact same time as the African slave trade. Again, as we've noted, it's been happening for centuries on both sides because indigenous people also practice slavery. However, the reason that it just exploded was because of these papal bulls. And these papal bulls were given in opposite, completely contradictory directions. So we had the Spanish ones saying, oh no, this is not okay, you shouldn't enslave these people. And then we had the Portuguese ones from 1452 and 1455 that were authorizing the complete opposite about enslaving indigenous people, in particular enslaving Black Africans. A lot of these requirements had to do with birthplace or with residency. So if they were on the Canary Islands, no matter if they were Black or not, they couldn't be enslaved as long as they converted to Catholicism. But again, these dudes would play it out. As long as they could say that the indigenous population was rejecting Catholicism, they would enslave them. They were gone. So again, as long as they were supposedly under Castilian governmentship, slavery was not supposed to be an option for them. And these were laws. So the whole conquest of the Canary Islands, the issues with it, were already in play when Ferdinand and Isabel became king and queen. And their policies with them actually transferred to the natives in the Dominican Republic. 1477 was the first time that the issues with enslavement of the indigenous people really came to the forefront for Ferdinand and Isabella. Ferdinand Peraza, he was the Spanish lord of the island of Gomera, and he captured 1,000 Gomero natives and then took them to the Andalusian slave market, meaning he took them to Spain to sell them as slaves. When Bishop Juan de Frias learned about what was going on with these natives, he immediately said, no, they can't be sold, they're Christian. He went to the royal court and asked publicly for Isabella, the queen, to free these natives. Isabel ordered the sale to be stopped, and she put in a commission, so a group of people to kind of investigate the matter, and the commission actually declared them Christian, and that, yeah, they couldn't be sold, they needed to be free. You not know that Queen Isabella had a soft spot in her heart for the natives, and she actually declared this: we're going to give our support and help to the holy conversion of the infidels who are in the Canaries and Africa and in the whole ocean sea. And in that same year, 1477, a few months later, she declared the liberty of the Canary Islanders, who are Christians converting to our holy Catholic faith or are converting, and they are not to be sold or transferred or distributed. The 1,000 Gomeros, we assume that they all survived the trip, that was supposed to be sold were actually transferred to the care of Bishop Frias, who then returned them to the Canary Islands in 1478. Sounds great, right? But again, there's always a but. They were returned to the Canary Islands, but they were then used as intermediaries to continue the conversion process. This campaign then was converted into an all-out war with cannons, with soldiers, with horses, engaging the natives in battle for the next 5 years.